Okay, people, time to recalibrate our gaydar. Batwoman is a lesbian?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 LGBTQ+ comic book characters.
Why do you put up with that clown?
It was just about sex.
It's just sex.
It's just sex.
There was no emotional connection.
So, what's your story then, handsome?
I'm from another Earth, and I'm spoken for.
For this list, we'll be looking at the best heroes, villains, and characters in between who have appeared on the page and identify as LGBTQ+. We won't be looking at manga because they deserve a list of their own. And since some of their stories reveal major plot points, a spoiler warning is now in effect. Number 10, Kevin Keller.
I'm Joaquin, by the way. Give me your phone. This is my number. Use it.
While Betty and Veronica are usually swooning over Archie, they gave a lot of attention to Kevin Keller when he arrived in Riverdale. But he had to let them down gently after revealing that he was gay. The 2010 comic he appeared in sold so fast that Archie Comics had to reprint the issue. After generating a lot of buzz, Kevin struck up a friendship with the asexual Jughead, appeared in multiple comic spin-offs, and the character became a series regular on the CW's Riverdale TV series.
You act like we've got the same set of options, but we don't.
Kevin's immense popularity among fans and critical acclaim from organizations like GLAAD elevated him from the new kid on the block to an essential character for gay representation within the Archie universe. Number 9, Hooded Justice. The first official superhero in the Watchmen universe was a brutal vigilante who kept his identity hidden from his allies and enemies. Hooded Justice also attempted to keep his sexuality a secret from everyone around him.
Look, pal, we don't know who you are, but we know what you do, and who you do. Captain Metropolis.
When his teammates suspected he was dating Captain Metropolis, they either ignored the relationship or helped cover it up. While Hooded Justice's sexuality wasn't fully explored in the original comics, the 2019 HBO series greatly expanded upon his story.
Pleasure to meet you. This is my wife, June.
Mrs. Reeves, if you don't mind excusing us, I'm hoping to discuss some business with your
Oh!
The hero was presented as a gay black man who hid his race and relationship with Captain Metropolis in the oppressive 1930s.
It's a shame.
So that's why
The others can never see how beautiful you are.
Hooded Justice's struggle to publicly embrace his sexuality may resonate with LGBTQ+ readers who have faced or continue to face societal backlash today. Number 8, Richter and Shatterstar. This pair of powerful male mutants has been fighting side by side for decades. Although there were hints that they were more than teammates, the confirmation came in X Factor Volume 3, Issue 45. After Shatterstar is freed from mind control, he and a relieved Richter share a kiss. Their panel is widely believed to be one of the first times two male superheroes were seen kissing in a mainstream Marvel comic. Since their historic moment together, their relationship has been rocky. Richter's relationship with his ex Wolfsbane and Shatterstar's desire to explore his sexuality caused no shortage of strife between them. But even if the two heroes don't end up together, they still deserve praise for encouraging LGBTQ+ representation in Marvel. Number 7, John Constantine. During Hellblazer 51, John Constantine casually mentioned that he's dated both men and women in the past. In the decades following this brief reveal, his bisexual identity has become a bigger aspect of his storylines. Constantine flirts, has long-term relationships, and puts his life on the line to save the men and women he's fallen for. His bisexuality has also extended to Matt Ryan's live-action portrayal of the character in the CW's Legends of Tomorrow.
So, what's your story then, handsome?
I'm from another Earth, and I'm spoken for.
Whether Constantine appears in the comics or on television, his identity is accepted and treated as normal.
Are we really this damaged?
I certainly hope so.
His continued presence throughout the DC universe may help give more depth and visibility to bisexual characters in pop culture. Number 6. Iceman. After a young Bobby Drake, also known as Iceman, is taken out of his timeline into the future and comments on a female mutant's attractiveness, Jean Grey reveals that she knows he's gay. However, he's confused because his older self is straight. But after the young Iceman has a candid conversation with his future self, his older counterpart decides to come out as well. While Iceman's coming out story was a bit complicated, the character is definitely facing the future as a gay man. Bobby was initially worried that he wouldn't be able to handle being a mutant while identifying as a gay man, but he's handled his coming out with grace and complexity. Bobby's courage now serves as an inspiration to other LGBTQ+ mutants. Number 5. Wonder Woman.
You have to understand, Captain Trevor. You were the first man, the first outsider, to ever set foot on Themyscira.
Over the course of Wonder Woman's nearly 80 years fighting crime, she's become an icon for feminists and the LGBTQ+ community. Although her comics have dropped more than a few hints that she might be queer herself, the truth was only confirmed within the last decade. In 2016, writer Greg Rucka confirmed that Wonder Woman was bisexual. He said that since she grew up on an island populated solely by women, same-sex relationships were the norm. While Wonder Woman hasn't had many explicit relationships with women in comics, she's shared intimate moments with both men and women, told reporters she didn't have a boyfriend or girlfriend, and officiated a gay wedding. Her efforts to support and embrace her community have definitely not gone unnoticed. Number 4. Deadpool. Everyone's favorite merc with a mouth has expressed his attraction to a wide variety of characters. He's flirted with Spider-Man, dated Vanessa Carlyle, and fell for the literal embodiment of death. After years of bouncing between various love interests, Deadpool was confirmed to be pansexual by more than one person involved with the character. The chatty mercenary has no reservations about hitting on anyone who strikes his fancy. Deadpool's pansexuality has been depicted in both live-action movies through his relationship with Vanessa and his overt attraction to Colossus.
I thought you were gonna kiss me for a second there. Please no, I wouldn't be able to stop you if you did.
While some of the merc's flirtations may seem like jokes, he's absolutely serious about following through. Deadpool will go for anyone he's attracted to, if they don't get too annoyed by his conversations.
I'm gonna go make dessert. You get the strap on. Let's make a super baby.
Pretty sure it doesn't work that way, but we can try.
Number 3. Harley Quinn. When Harley Quinn was first introduced, she couldn't dream of being with anyone but the Joker.
I ask you, Harley, who's given more hours of amusement to the Gotham police force than me?
No one, Mr. J.
But after their turbulent relationship ended, she relied on friends like Poison Ivy to get her through.
You'd think after living with Mr. J, I'd be used to a little pain.
Why do you put up with that clown?
The friendship between Harley and Ivy slowly blossomed into a romance over time. Within the comics, the two have shared many intimate moments and contemplated moving in together. The Harley Quinn animated series took their relationship one step further by having them declare their love for each other after Ivy breaks up with her fiancé Kite Man.
I love you, Ive.
I love you too, Harley.
While Birds of Prey didn't feature Ivy, the movie still contained a subtle reference to Harley's bisexuality.
Got my PhD. Had my heart broken once or twice. Finding love, it's not easy.
Now that she's away from the Joker, she's free to pursue healthy relationships with both men and women. Number 2. Batwoman.
You know, when you took off your mask, I never in a million years expected it to be you. Someone like me. I'm glad it was.
Although earlier incarnations of Kate Kane, also known as Batwoman, identified as straight, the character came out as a lesbian when she was relaunched in 2006.
Not happening.
Why not?
Her new origin story showed audiences that she was expelled from military school after revealing her sexuality to protect her girlfriend from being discovered. After that heroic act, Kate eventually moved to Gotham and fought crime as Batwoman. But the character still faced adversity in the real world. Sometime after a story around Batwoman earned a GLAAD Media Award for LGBTQ+ representation, two writers quit after they were told that Kate couldn't marry her girlfriend Maggie Sawyer.
Okay, people, time to recalibrate our gaydar. Batwoman is a lesbian? Not that there's anything wrong with that, but talk to me, Gotham. Whatever happened to politics staying out of our superheroes?
Despite this disappointing development, Batwoman still continues to be a beacon of lesbian representation in her comics and live-action show.
Sometimes the best way to save someone is to be yourself.
Before we highlight our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Miss America, also known as America Chavez. Wiccan and Hulkling. Joe and Nikki. Midnighter and Apollo. Loki. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. North Star. Writer John Byrne originally intended for the speedy mutant superhero North Star to identify as gay. But when the character was initially introduced in the late 1970s, early 1980s, his sexuality wasn't allowed to be addressed beyond subtle hints. Everything changed in 1992's Alpha Flight 106, when North Star could finally announce he was gay. The comic quickly sold out as one of the series' most popular issues. In the years after North Star came out, he continued to pave the way for other LGBTQ+ superheroes and became the first man to have a wedding with another man in Marvel Comics. Watching North Star grow from a person forced into the closet to a superhero who is embraced by dozens of his peers at a wedding is truly inspiring. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.